right. Hey, y'all. It's Allison, and I am excited to share a little bit today about how we're going to create a lasting, like residual income type business. And I'm really excited to share this with y'all tonight. But the very first thing I want to do, I'm going to share my screen because we're going to talk about some crazy, amazing rank ups from last month. Hang on here. All right, let me get this screen. Okay, can y'all see my screen? Cool.
Yep.
Okay, so obviously creating an excellent customer service experience that leads to residual income, because that's what it's all about, right? It's all about helping people fall in love with the products and have the best possible experience. And that's what keeps them around, and that's what keeps your business going. So I want to start out with, just look at this page, y'all. Holy cow. It was an amazing, amazing month. I'm gonna let's see here. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, there's a bar. There we go. Okay, I was covering up faces. Yeah, it was an amazing, amazing month. So I hope I didn't miss anyone. I think Sarah said that Marianne had re-ranked, if I'm not mistaken. But the silvers, y'all, we had fast start silvers like crazy. We had Robin fast start, we had Amanda fast start, we had Tamara, we had Belinda, we had Jane, and we had Kay. All of those 6 people fast started to silver. And y'all, that's awesome. And Simone, she became a silver ambassador last month. That's awesome. Paige became a senior silver. So it was a big, big month for all of these like initial rank ups. And that's where it's at, y'all. And I thought this would be really, really helpful for y'all to see, because I want y'all to know that when those thoughts roll around in your head, like, I don't think anyone wants to do this with me. Here's the proof right here in front of us where, yeah, they do. It's not true. It's not true when that little voice in your head says nobody wants to do it with you, because all of these people are new business builders who have people who want to do it with them. There's a lot of new workers that ranked up last month. So it's very, very, very exciting. I'm going to also go, whoops, where am I going? I went too far. There we go. Clearly, you don't need to know how to work PowerPoint or whatever this is, Canva, to do this. So we also had a fast start gold, and fast start senior gold. So Renee went fast start senior gold. She helped Terry go fast start gold, and that was a whole bunch of those brand new fast start silvers also. So it takes having people get excited about this with you and learn that they can have a great product experience and they can help other people have a great product experience. And then everybody makes money doing it. And it's just so awesome. So I want these especially to encourage you, because these are some of the first ranks that you can get to. And if you're looking at them and you're like, man, how do they do that? I'm still kind of feeling like nobody's really wanting to do this with me. They're either doing something that you haven't been doing, they know something that maybe you don't know yet, and other than that, it's time in the game, because this works if you don't quit. And the best news is you can control all 3. You can not quit. You can do something new. Like if you want to know what these ladies did to rank up and to go fast start with all these things, reach out to them and say, hey, give me a tip. What did you do? And see if maybe it's something you haven't been doing, because you have control over that. And you have control over learning new things, something maybe you didn't already know. That might be the difference for you. And then the big 2 were Christy on the call. Yay. Christy ranked up to Ruby. So that's a big deal, y'all. That is gem level, and you get the average right now is about $2,000 a month. You get a $500 Ruby bonus. She earned her cruise, obviously. There's multiple cruise earners. So that's awesome, because she's right there at that jewel level. That's a small percentage of the company. And it's kind of that stepping stone getting into senior Ruby and into Emerald. And Sarah went Emerald, which is all of these other rank ups happening at the same time. Sarah's whole team, everybody went Emerald, and it's so, so, so exciting. I know she really wanted to be on here. I'm not sure if she's hopped on yet, but she had a prior engagement that wasn't done until about 8:30. So she has ranked up now. She's got her average monthly income. It says in there is like a little over 9,000. I want to say it's between 7 and 9 is the average income now. The monthly lifestyle bonus or car bonus, depending on what you want to do. She's got the Mexico trip that she's going on before we go on the cruise. She needs to get that passport going because she's gonna be a traveling girl. So it's very, very exciting. That means you get your liaison at the company and you get to go on all the trips and you get to be in the know when all the new stuff comes out. So it's fun stuff. But like I said, I really want all of these rank ups to encourage you guys and know that when that voice says nobody wants to do it, there are lots of people that want to do it. You got to find the new things you didn't know. You got to do the things you haven't been doing, and you got to stay in the game because it does happen. So I'm going to move on here. So like I said, what we want is a business that's going to continue to yield those results. Like after that initial work is done, you work so hard and you help somebody learn what products they need and how this can help them, and you get them to sign the welcome pack. And what I see often is people go, oh, great, you got your welcome pack. Okay, on to the next join. We don't want to do that because then that person may or may not have a great experience and they may or may not be around next month. So we do not want a welcome pack business. That is not residual. They're basically just gone. They're probably not going to continue to order. So we've got to help them love their products. Because really and truly, you're one product earner or lover away from your next business builder. And I mean, that's half the battle, is helping people love their products and helping them share with their friends. Because, a lot of times we hear when you're first starting out, right? Well, when I have my own results, then I'll share. So basically, like, if I love the products, of course I'll share. So we naturally share, right? We tell people all the time about the things that we like. We're talking about our restaurants. We're talking about our cups. I mean, Yeti and Stanley and we're always sharing the things that we love. So our primary role is to help them love their products so that they are excited to share because they're sharing something that they love. So the good news is Plexus has given us tools to do it. And first up is whoops, I just bumped my mouse, is the incentives. So every month we have our incentives. For August, the refer and earn. We've got there the fast start, the first time ranking, and the brand ambassador for somebody who's been around for a bit. So all of those amounts are what you're going to earn when those people sign. That includes your commissions and your bonuses and all that. And then this month you will earn 250 perks credits for free product when you refer one person. And then when you refer 3, you're getting these Plexus packing cubes, which I don't know about y'all. I earned some in a thing that Randy was doing before. And I thought, I don't know if I'll really use them. Y'all, they were so cool. It was so convenient. I used them when I went to Nashville and I was like, I did not expect to love that as much as I did, but it was so handy because everything stayed in its place when I was traveling. So those are really, really fun things. So we can use these refer and earns to reach out to people that are already ordering product from us and say something like, hey, I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but we've got this awesome referral program. And if you're like me, you're sharing the things you love anyways. And here's how much money is on the table for you this month. And you can earn free product credits and these super cool Plexus packing cubes. Like, they're so awesome. Can I help you make that happen? And don't worry, you don't have to write all that down right now. I'll put that in our chat after we're done. But that's a really great thing kind of to start off to say, to help them realize what's out there, because you need to find out what applies to them. If they're fast start, if it's the first time ranking, but they're not in the fast start window anymore, or maybe they're a brand ambassador who's been around a bit and they're, in that last column, figure out how much money applies to their situation and communicate that to them. And don't assume that they know what's on the table. Don't assume that they see this post when it goes out at the beginning of the month. always reach out to them and say, hey, this is what's on the table. And that way they're aware, because that might be something that really motivates them. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I like the prizes. I mean, I do it for my friends and I want everybody to feel good, but I enjoy a good prize. And the discounts that are going on right now, the reset sale is still continuing. So through August 31st, there's $40 off the reset. That's for everybody. That's for retail customers and for VIP. So we've got that going. We've got the Give 10 for saving $10 off of the welcome packs. So you want to be using these to help people kind of branch out into other products as well with the reset, and then letting them know, hey, I know we've been kicking this around for a little while. I'm not sure if the timing is right for you or not, but I've got a $10 off code if this is a good time for you. I like to use that verbiage because it kind of takes the pressure off of it for them, and you're just letting them know what discounts are available. Before we get into what Two Systems Plexus has, though, I want to talk a little bit about what does God say about work. This was something that I saw in a Christina Williams video, and I was like, that is just super, super cool. So the first one, she has a couple of verses that she was talking about. The first one is work hard all the time, not just when they're watching you. Work as you would for the Lord because you honor God. Galatians 3:22. So I don't know about y'all, but that kind of like, it's a little convicting, because it's real easy to work real hard when you're on a power hour and everybody sees you working, right? Everybody sees you sending the messages. Everybody sees you doing the things. It's real easy to work then, but it's not as easy to work when nobody's going to know if you didn't send that message. Nobody's going to know if you didn't read that chapter, or if you didn't really try hard to and get them on that welcome call. Like, nobody's going to know. It's a little tougher to work, right? So work as you would for the Lord because you honor God. So you're always working for him. It just, not only when people are watching. The next one is, in all toil, there is profit, but mere talk tends only to poverty. So your feet have got to match your mouth. You can't just say all the things you want and talk about what you want, talk about what you wish, and then not be willing to actually go out there and walk the walk. You've got to put the work in if you want those benefits. And the third verse was, and let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. And that goes back to the don't give up. If you stick with this, it does work. It's not always at one level or another. Your business tends to ebb and flow a little bit. But if you do not give up and you are consistently sowing, you will reap the benefits of this business. And it's amazing. So that was just a really cool focus that she had in there. So I wanted to put those in as well. So I'm going to go over a little bit of retention statistics, and then we are going to talk about the programs that they have that we can use. So retention is kind of that like network marketing, kind of a jargon word, slang, whatever. Like I think people just kind of overuse it and don't really think about it sometimes, but really it's just keeping the people that you've got. So on average, you're hoping for about an 80% retention rate. I mean, you can't keep everybody. There's always going to be somebody who didn't value their health, or maybe they had unrealistic expectations coming in, or they just completely ghost you, and who knows what they were doing, and they just stopped talking to you. So there's going to be those people. It's going to happen. Most of them, the timing just wasn't right. And honestly, most of the time they come back. Most of the time. So shooting for that 80%, though, think about it. If you're keeping 8 out of every 10 people that you're recruiting, 90 days from now, if they're still ordering, you're a pretty solid business, right? Like, you've got all of these people. If you're continuing to recruit and 80% of them are sticking, then they're continuing to order and you're taking care of them, but it's not as much work as trying to help them get started. So your work is more fruitful in that manner. And then if you only have, let's say, about 50% of your people who ordered in June that have their subscription still on this August, then maybe that's an area where you want to work on it and improve a little bit, because you don't want to get into that welcome pack business. It's a challenging thing to keep up with, and it's not something that's really sustainable easily. So let's see. Trying to make sure I took a bunch of notes. I'm trying to make sure I've got the right things going here. So what creates residual income? Helping others get great results on their products. So what does that take? Number one, that takes you having rock solid belief in the products and really, really sticking to your guns on that, because that's what's going to allow you to help people through when they're detoxing, or when someone tells them that, you know, something untrue about the products, or someone tries to save them from network marketing or whatever. You have to have that rock solid belief in the products and in the business, honestly. So you can help them overcome those things without you feeling panicked or feeling frantic or anything like that. And that's going to come with, you know, making sure that you're consistent on your own products, you're reading the testimonies, you're watching diamond documentaries, you're doing those things to help keep your belief up, because that is going to make things so much easier on you. And that's going to help you create long-term customers, because you're taking care of them and you have that belief and you're helping them with that belief. So the tools that Plexus has for us to use, honestly, initially, I wasn't really a big Pivotal person. I really like the idea of it, but I haven't gotten, you know, hugely into it, because I go to a gym and I do a bunch of different workouts. And so I just kind of was like, oh, okay. But there were some really, really cool statistics. Oh my gosh, did I lose my statistics? No, I did not. There we go. Really cool statistics. So this is for people in the first 90 days that are having better results because they enrolled in Pivotal. So these people, there's a 55% increase in cart size for the customers who utilize Pivotal. So what that means is that they are trying more products. So maybe they don't use their whole bottle of BioCleanse right away. Well, they'll have other options. Maybe they've tried some X Factor. Maybe they've tried a few other things. You know, they're seeing all of these other things in Pivotal, and they're getting these tips in these videos, and they're trying more products. And that way, if there's a product that they kind of back up on a little bit and they don't need it, it doesn't keep them from being commission qualified. It keeps your points up. It keeps their points up. They get their, they get their commissions on it, and their perks credits and everything. Like it's just win-win. And the best part, I'm going to throw in, if they are enrolling in Pivotal on day one, then a few days later, before their products have come in, they're not having buyer's remorse. They're not stopping and going, what did I drop that $120 on the other day? Like, I don't know, maybe I don't really want to do this. Because day one, we're helping them enroll in Pivotal. And then they are seeing, you know, the benefits with the recipes, and they're getting some workout tips, and they've got the community, and they've got all these tips and fun things and culture and all that. So they're reaping all of these benefits before their box even shows up on their doorstep, which is really, really cool. And I love that idea. This is something that I personally hadn't implemented at that point. I had always waited and talked to people about Pivotal. But I really like the idea of doing that on that first day, so that it's something that they can connect with and keeps that excitement up for them until their products show up. And then also that gives them a 60% increase in ordering consistency. So if you're keeping 60% of your people ordering, and Pivotal's doing all the work, you're not creating it, you're not having to keep up with it, you don't have to do anything else. Pivotal is helping people. 60% of people who may or may not have ordered before are continuing to order because they have Pivotal. So that's a really big deal, y'all. And it makes it so much easier for us, because this tool is already there. This is a free product that they offer. That's not something that other companies are offering. People pay for the things that Pivotal offers from different companies. They're paying to get nutrition by a registered dietitian, right? that's something that we can talk to people about, because those nutrition tips and those recipes and all those things, it's all done by registered dietitians. That's something that people can relate to and that they trust. With the movement stuff, you're getting easy to adapt, life-changing exercises from a certified personal trainer. People spend lots of money on personal trainers. People spend lots of money on all kinds of different programs and online stuff to get training, and you get it for free with Pivotal. And then that motivation comes in with the, the empowerment, the positivity, and that community sense, because that, I don't know if y'all are on that Plexus Pivotal community, but it's a really, really cool page. So keeping them plugged in with all of those things can increase your retention with something that you really don't have to put any extra effort in. And that's really, really cool. And I'm going to go through and I'll kind of show y'all a little bit about Pivotal, and then I'm going to show y'all a little bit about perks afterwards, but I wanted to go over the perks really quick. So the Plexus Perks program, if you've been around a while, you probably know what that is. When you have a subscription that's active for at least 100 PV, every time that processes every month, you are earning free perks credits. So that's good towards free products. When your 100 PV goes through, you can see down here on the left, I've got the amounts, the 100 to 149, you're going to get 100 perks credits. 150 to 199, you get 150 perks credits. If you go over 200 PV, you get 200 perks credits, and that's where it caps out for your regular monthly ordering. They do give you an extra bonus of 250 when you order your welcome pack. So that's why one of the things that is a really good selling point for, encouraging people to actually put things together in a welcome pack when they're starting up. So every month that their subscription is active, they're earning those. So if they get their welcome pack, 250 credits in month 1, then in month 2, their subscription processes, and they'll earn, let's say they're doing triplex, they'll earn another 100 perks credits. And then in month 3, they've already earned enough to go redeem it for another product. Maybe they want to try the vitamins this time. Maybe they want to try some E's. Like, they already have enough stuff in there to order something. A few things to know about the perks is if you turn that subscription off at any point or drop it under 100 PV, that's a 3-day countdown to forfeiting all those perks credits. So there's a report in your back office that you can go to and you can look at it, and it will show you how many days somebody has. It'll say, Martha has 485 perks credits and she turned off her subscription. She has 2 days left. And you're like, oh, so you can reach out and say, hey, Martha, I just noticed that you have 480 perks credits. That's worth about $48 worth of free product. And I don't want you to leave that on the table. And it's really just because we need to make this adjustment to your subscription. Is that something I can help you fix so we don't lose that product? And you can just send them that quick message, and it gives you a chance to reach out. It tells you, it counts down on there and everything when they're going to lose them, because we want people to get all of their stuff. I mean, I've had people that they didn't realize that they were accruing them, and then they suddenly had several thousand perks credits. And then they were like, oh, I had too much product, so I turned it off. I'm like, don't lose all that. And so it's very, very simple to help them turn it back on and just push the date out a little bit for them. So we always want to be able to help them do that. And when a little tip on when you're redeeming your perks credits, which I'll kind of show you a little bit on there in a minute. But when you're redeeming them, make sure that you're giving about a 3-day window prior to that shipment date so that it catches in the computer. So we learned this kind of the hard way with some of the folks that would add something on, and then they're like, well, I got my order, but I got an extra ProBio with my perks credits and it's not in here, but it's been kicked to the next month's subscription. So you have to be careful that you give it enough time for the system to catch those redemptions. Otherwise, it'll just send it to the next month. So I'm going to close that out because apparently I'm running out of time. All right, I'm going to stop. Well, let's see. Actually, I'm not going to stop screen sharing. I'm going to try to get out of this, but it won't let me. There it goes. Okay. So can y'all still see my page here? Okay. So I'm in my husband's account. He's going to love it because we're going to sign him up for Pivotal real quick. Because I don't want to open my whole back office on here with y'all. So we're signed in over here. We're going to go to Experience Plexus and then down to Pivotal. And you can do this from the Go app now as well, which is really, really cool because that gives them Pivotal like on the go, which is just awesome. So you can go through what's in it. It gives you a little video in there. It talks about how you're getting rewarded for it. You can actually earn, it says up to 500 Pivotal perk credit rewards by staying engaged. So as you're doing all this, you can also earn even more free perks points, which is super, super cool. You've got a dashboard. This is all in the Plexus Go app. So you've got a welcome here that talks about stuff. You've got your movements. So it'll give you different exercises that you can do. And it gives you 3 different movements. And I believe it's 4 recipes. And those are all things that you can adjust. Like you can make changes to maybe you're gluten-free, maybe you need it to be kid-friendly. Like you can make all those adjustments in there as well. And then you get support all the time. So you have a dashboard with all of that. I'm trying to see. I guess you have to go to the Go app now to do it. So I was going to sign him up, but that's okay. In the Go app, you can sign up and find all those super cool things about the Pivotal program. And like I said, y'all, people are paying, they said the value was $40 a month, but I honestly think it's probably more than that. So I am going to move on really quick to the perks. So that's under, if you go to the name, it's under my account. And we're going to click on Plexus Perks. Now we just redeemed a whole bunch of stuff. So we shopped for free last month for Mark. So he only has 130 perks points. His perks are broke. So as he's earning though, you can go to this Redeem Perks tab and you can see all of the things that you can earn. And all you have to do is click one, like he would be eligible to get a sample card of something. So when you click it, it says it's one is added there, tells you at the bottom how many it's taken off and how much of your balance is left. When you hit Redeem Perks, it automatically adds it onto your subscription and you go from there. So there's tons of things in here, y'all. There's so much stuff. You can get all of these items. You can save up your perks points. You don't have to spend them at any specific time. You just have to keep that subscription active at 100 PV in order to keep your perks credits. So you could try the skincare. You can try the whey protein powders, the collagen. You could get Slim. So it's a really, really cool program, very underutilized. And I think a lot of people aren't really sure what to do with it. And the new thing they've started doing actually is also you can get 50 more perks credits when you have balance this season in your subscription. So they do a product of the season. And if you put that in there, every time that's in there in that season, you'll get an extra 50 perks credits. So that's pretty cool too. I am going to stop sharing my screen for the moment, and I'm going to make sure that you don't have any more questions. We've got just a little over 5 minutes left. Sorry, I know I had a lot to go through, so I had to just keep going kind of quick. But I'll drop the scripts that I had. I'll put those in the team chat. So, does anybody have any other questions?
I only have just like a 2-second question with the redeeming the points.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to do it like for a product you normally get, do you just like skip it for that month essentially? Do you see what I'm saying? Because like
that's up to you, especially because you're working, as long as you have that 100 PV, if you want to skip one and just get the free one, totally fine. If you want to just get an extra and then, do something different next month, that's fine too. As long as you know you have the 100 PV, because you're not going to earn PV on a free product.
Perfect. Makes sense. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. You're welcome. And you had a question, Mom?
I did have one thing. The retention thing, I'm really trying to keep in touch with this one person and she just won't respond. And she's she's refused 2 orders now.
Mhm.
And I've talked to her about perks and I've talked to her about the other things and not sure where to go with her right at the moment.
Well, I think the best place, I think what I would do in that scenario is go back to why she started in the first place and just kind of remind her of that. Like, you know, I'm excited to help you, but if I don't have a lot of communication from you, it's really hard for me to figure out what the next steps are for you. And I know that you really needed help with whatever that is.
Mhm.
So, you know, just let me know where you're at and how I can best support you. Because she may just be one of those people where she was just not ready. You know, she thought she was, and then she wasn't. She might just be one of those people that comes around later. But I feel like that's a good way to kind of give them that reminder of like, you know, you started for this and I really do want to help you with it, but I'm trying to figure out how to do that because I need some communication back from you.
With your goals, yeah.
Yep, because you know, it's all about them. I mean, that's what we want to do is help them. So if we're helping them with their goals, then they're loving their products, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, thank
so
you.
you're welcome. Anybody else? We got 2.5 minutes.
I just have a really quick question.
Yeah.
If you have something in your, if you use your perks for something, put it in your subscription, but change your mind, can you remove it? Do you lose your perks points?
No, you don't lose them. You can take, that's a good question. You can take them back off as long as it hasn't processed.
Okay,
So like at that 3-day window, if you try to take it off, it's probably not going to get taken off. It's going to miss that. And you're
Okay.
gonna get it anyway, and you're going to lose those perks because you're going to get the product. But if it's, you know, a week and a half ahead of time and you're like, oh, actually, I didn't need that, just go in there and remove it.
and you'll still get your points. Okay, thanks.
Yep, it'll just put them right back on your perks balance.
Perfect.
That's a good question. I wanted to do that
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, please, if I didn't cover it, please tell me. I know it was a fire hose of information, so thank y'all for sticking with me. All right. What's up?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got just, you know, a minute and a half-ish left. So I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. So I'll turn the recording off and we